Just an opening statement, if you would.
It was great to be out here on a Sunday afternoon, 1 o'clock game, start of a doubleheader, and see everybody out there. I mean, it's just, I know it's like, it almost is cliche to come in every time and talk about. I thought the fans were really into it. It was kind of, you could almost see that, it was, everyone wanted to get out and see us perform again, and especially right at the end when Evo had the back-to-back-to-back dunks. It was great energy, but you just never can take it for granted, so you always got to address it. I thought I probably was as much at fault in the first 10 minutes of the game. First of all, Chip does a really good job. He's a very, very good coach. Some of the things that we were doing, he, like, right away, you could tell they were prepared to counter some things that we were doing. So it was like 15-15 at one point. I think they had a 5 or 6 point lead at one point as well. And our guys were really trying to do what I was asking them to do. We talked about good for great. We talked about moving the ball, not forcing anything. And that kind of pulled us back from being a little bit of aggressive. I thought that second wave came in, led by like CJ and D-Rob, TK, and they played a little bit more free. And then the game changed through the defensive effort, and then we kind of took off.
Well, Tyler, obviously a career high for you. Can you just talk about your emotions and how the game went for you?
It felt good. I felt like what Coach B said, the first group was just had to adjust to a little bit things. So us, second group coming out and putting our full step forward, giving all our effort, kind of helped us get that energy going again.
And just talk about, for everyone, with the back-to-back dunks there in the second half. Like, I feel like, sometimes we have those moments here where people get excited, but I don't know if I've ever seen a sequence, of that just happening, in the way that it did. And can you just talk about what you guys were feeling that moment from, those dunks going into the memory?
Yeah, I mean, you've never seen it from Pickett, I know that, so we'll go right there.
It was definitely exciting to see because Evo, he works hard. I spent a lot of time with Evo in the gym, and I see how hard he works, so I was very excited for him and having breakaway dunks, and I knew he was going to dunk all of them, so it was a good thing to see.
I think one of the things in that moment he touched on, like Jordan Pickett's in the gym all the time. He's in the gym all the time, and Evo's in there. Like, he would know if Evo's around. And I think that we talked to one of the timeouts that the game was going to be ours. We understood that we were winning at a particular moment in the game. But whoever was in there, we don't have players that aren't capable of helping us win, whether it's a 30-point game or whether it's we're down a few to come back into it. I think, that level of respect and ultimately the game and one another. So we see that with Evo. He plays extremely hard every day. These guys are not worried about him being, if he's thrown in there, he can help us. And it's cool to see that level of success and excitement because obviously it was cool to see, but it was more what, like JP said, it was Evo works his tail off, and he deserved a little bit of a fan's warm welcoming like he did.
Coach, you have plenty of guys
Mm-hmm.
that are involved in scoring, but when I look at 10 guys with an ace and assist, 8 guys with a steal, those are the kind of things that just scream team basketball.
Yeah, I mean that was our thing. We talked about it at Drake, talking about our role being part of a team, and this team has really embraced one another. I just have to do a better job of kind of me talking about it more, and that was our theme to start the day. And I thought that I think we had 21 assists, which was great. Really, since the second half of Alabama State, we've really tried to flip our assist to turnover ratio, and really had a focus on sharing the ball with one another and playing for one another. And I think that from a defensive standpoint, there were several times that I'd venture to say when I go back to watch the film, like JP probably didn't get the steal, but he might have because of him. And that to me is how we're going to have to move forward going into conference play.
Yeah, just touching on conference play, obviously the
Yeah, you know, you talk about it. We talked about it upstairs. I don't know. I mean, Joe would probably have the stat or whatever, but like, you know, you're going in with another winning non-conference season. You know, and I think I would argue to say that we probably, you know, in our tenure here, JP's been for 3 of them. I think that we're you know, we have a lot of them. You know, the ones that have gone into conference with a winning record. For what you have to do in November for the overall department for your team, I mean, you're not around, and you have the games that you have to go to help, you know, what our role is within the department, and still come out with a successful record, 7-4. That's nice, and we talked about it upstairs. Now it's go time. You know, now it's, you know, we have a lot of information. We have a lot of, you know, guys have had different opportunities. Guys have gotten healthy. Some guys have you know, had to sit a little bit. And I think that, you know, the level of confidence in one another and belief in one another that we see on a daily basis, when conference gets nasty, because it's gonna be a 5 or 6 minute where there's 2 points, 5 fouls, you know, it's turnovers and all that kind of stuff. You know, we have the guys that can get in there and mix it up. You know, whoever it is, you know, whatever the case may be. And I think that that's where our confidence is, that we have confidence in one another. And it's not even about the other team. Obviously, we're going to have to prep. There's very good coaches, very good teams. But it's about having that confidence in one another. And I think that, you know, November and the first half of December has led us to that. All right. Thanks, guys.